When you find a real estate platform that aligns everyone in the entire company financially by making us real estate agents owners, so when the average agent wins, everyone wins, that's the secret to success. And when you surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurial people who absolutely love what they do, they love serving people, they love God and life, and you put yourself in an environment of high energy, high producing, positive people every day, you can't help but succeed in business and life. We are changing the real estate industry and changing real estate agents' lives. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Forever podcast. I'm super excited to be introducing my business partner and friend, Rina Rossi, from the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, and Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Rina.
Welcome, Andre. How are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Super excited to talk to you today, Rina. Share your story with our listeners. I know you got a unique past, a unique story, and it's just been a pleasure to really get to know you over the few years that we've been working together. And I'm excited to kind of hear your story. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your background, personal and your real estate background, and we'll kind of jump right in.
Sure. So I have a twin sister, and we were involved in the music business. Performers, musicians, songwriters. We hit number one hit across Canada and the U.S. I won't say how long ago that was. Not too long ago. Anyways, part of that whole industry is, there's a lot of discipline involved, Andre. I mean, especially if you're a songwriter and a recording artist, you really need to be on the ball. You have to come up with new, fresh material all the time. It's a constant. It's like you never get off that train. You never get off that treadmill, right? So There's rehearsals. You have to record. You have to come up with demos. You have to get together with other songwriters. So we co-wrote our songs, and then we toured parts of the world. So it was a really exciting time. Part of that, what I will say also as a musician, a lot of my discipline comes from, my parents just instilling that every single day we had to practice our piano for a half an hour, come hell or high water, you had to do it, and that started at the age of 7.
Oh, wow.
So yes, at the age of 7, and entered piano contests. And then from there, we ventured into vocals and singing at the church choir at church. And then from there, going professional. So going professional was a very exciting time for us. And I'm proud to say that, I wish I could get back into it, but, now I have other responsibilities and I find that real estate is far more intriguing for me. And, I don't regret experiencing what we've experienced in the music industry. So we had a good time. I'm saying a good time in the sense, I'm not talking about your typical, we were pop stars. We were pop stars, but we were not your typical pop stars. Okay.
Yeah.
When we did our performances, we went straight to our hotel room and didn't get involved in any of that whole partying nonsense. It wasn't who we were. But I think that's what made us kind of stand out within the industry.
How many years did you tour, and how many years were you kind of, professional song artist?
At least 5 years. And then what ended up happening was we had, there were some instances with some situations with the management, and things fell apart.
Sure.
And, the hardest thing was, our videos were playing all over the place. And when everything went bust, we had to go out and get day jobs.
Yeah.
And so these people that we worked with, these temporary agencies, they made a huge mistake. They put my twin and I in the same building. She was upstairs, I was downstairs, and they were going crazy. Wait, weren't you just wearing a red top? I just saw you downstairs. Weren't you just like...
Yeah, right. That's fine.
Oh man, we can't do this.
Did you get into real estate right after that?
No. Right after that, I took some, I got involved in different temporary jobs when I was at that stage in my life. And then afterwards, when I went through my divorce and remarried, I ended up getting involved in business and bought my own franchises with my husband. We have currently 2 auto glass franchises in Hamilton and one in Oakville. And this discipline that was instilled into me and this business acumen, I really give thanks for my father, because my dad and my family we were involved in real estate. He was an investor at a very young age, at 22 years old, and bought his own complex with my uncle. So real estate's been in the family. So
right. So how long have you been in real estate, and where did you get started?
I've been in real estate for 5 years. I was running my businesses, and I just thought, I really always wanted to get involved in real estate, but I didn't have an idea or a plan as to how to be able to take that road. So I said to my husband, geez, you know what? I think I want to get involved in real estate. And I got my license, and I started off with a brokerage that in the beginning, you're like a deer in the headlights when you first get your real estate license. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to turn. You don't know what to do. People make you these promises. They call this term shadowing. But the reality is they're not going to open up their playbook, right? The most successful agents, they're not going to open up their playbook and tell you exactly what to do. They may give you some tidbits here and there, but overall I was alone. And I started off with that. Then I got involved with a coaching company. I enrolled in a coaching company, which was pretty successful. And on the way back in California in the shuttle, I met my current business partner, Rafat, and we started to talk. He told me about pre-construction. I had absolutely no idea what that was about. So anyways, we decided to meet about a couple of weeks later, came up with a business plan, and we've been business partners ever since.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you got in real estate. I know you said at a couple of different companies. And of course, now you're with us at EXP. What do you, I guess, what helped you take a look at EXP, and what was it that really had you make the switch? Were you looking for a different opportunity? Were you happy where you were? Kind of share that with us a little bit.
Sure. So at that time, my business partner and I, we were with RE/MAX, top 100, and also in 2019, we were part of the Hall of Fame. So we were trying to build a team within the RE/MAX umbrella, and we found that it was just really taxing. We were spending a lot of money on coaching. A lot was going out for marketing. I think we were spending like $70,000 a year. Once you factor in the commission and everything else that's involved, it was just like, wow, this is very expensive. At that time, also we were considering. I was considering actually leveraging the equity in my house to help buy the franchise. We were talking about a possibility, maybe we'll buy this franchise or invest in a franchise, but it was too expensive. And I'm so glad that we didn't take that route, because we would have been in big trouble right now. So what was lacking? I mean, I'm not going to knock down any brokerage. RE/MAX is a very good company. We just found that the support compared to what EXP was offering, there's equity opportunities here at EXP. We have an unprecedented revenue share platform that doesn't require you to invest millions to be able to start your passive income. And of course, the culture of intense collaboration. Everyone is honest. They're really, it's a culture of growth, right? Growth and partnership. And that's the difference between a traditional brokerage model. You're kind of on your own and you don't open your playbook, right? But here, the culture is a culture of people who are involved in growth and helping others to grow. And that was those are the incentives as well. The equity. I mean, come on, man. RE/MAX isn't going to give me any equity. They never did.
You didn't get any equity at RE/MAX?
Yeah, some Starbucks cards. That's probably what I got. And maybe a free birthday cake. I mean, yeah. So no, of course, there's no equity involved. We all know that, right? So all those factors we considered, and we're so glad that we made this move, because I'm so passionate about it, because I really want to help change the lives of realtors that are out there that are, they're struggling or they're tired and they're looking for, another avenue. I'm very passionate about what I do.
That's awesome. Well, I just want to have a shout out to Michelle and Ginger, Frank. Thanks for being on. If you guys have any questions for Rina, please put them in the chat box, and definitely share this. and on Facebook and share it with your friends. So Rina, tell us about your production. I mean, how has your production has changed since moving over from Remax to EXP?
Wow, man, our production has doubled. I mean, we're so busy, it's hard to keep up, but because of the systems that we have in place, for example, we've got the KV Core lead generation system that's offered through EXP, where you can market organically, or of course you can invest. The investment has, dollars have come down, right? But the increase in production has been unprecedented. So definitely it's gone through the roof. It's a challenge to keep up with it. And we're working with different campaigns, buyers and sellers. It all depends on what we want to implement. So I got to say the training is incredible, especially being part of the Honey Badger Nation. And, with you guys, there's this consistent training. It's very tight, that you're not able to find with other realtors, or there's a lot of networks of EXP, and I'm not knocking any of them down. But from what I've seen on past experience and what I'm hearing, we have the best training and one of the fastest growing networks in all of EXP because of the NAEA and the certification for expert advisor. So that's a big thing, because I look at it, you're not just a realtor anymore. When you join NAEA, you're now a certified expert advisor. And what we have found is sellers and buyers take a liking to that. They pay attention to that, right? Because what's going to differentiate you, Andre, from the 900,000 realtors that are out there?
Yeah, right.
Trust, integrity, faithful. Right. You can put as many, adjectives and verbs that you want, but the reality is what's going to attract the attention of the buyer or the seller to want to work with you. And that's what EXP offers with their training. And not only that, with the training, we've got the training of the platform with EXP, but then with the NAEA platform, I mean, wow, I've been with different coaching companies, and I have to tell you, the support that we have, there's no comparison. There really is no comparison.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We get access to the NAEA. For people listening, not sure what that is National Association of Expert Advisors. It's a coaching and training company. They were on the Inc. 5000 list, I think, for 5-6 years in a row. I think the cost is up to $25,000 a year, but because of our network, we're able to actually get access to all that coaching and training for free.
I forgot to mention for free.
My
goodness,
right.
Hello.
because of our business partners that are in our network. But hey, I want to another shout out to Jeff and Hunter. Rafat's on here, so your business partners listening, Rina. Shout out to Rafat. Thanks for jumping on. But yeah, it's been a real incredible ride. We've known each other for a little bit. We didn't know each other at all, but I knew Rafat. I called Rafat. I knew him from coaching company that we were associated with before, and I know his story, and we'll let him tell that. But I'm the one I called Rafat and shared the opportunity with him. He had heard about it before, but I told him about our network, kind of like what you just shared, with all the perks and privileges that our network brings to the table. And I forget the exact number, but I think it was like $125,000 that he saved his first year from the from being in the free coaching, not having to pay the $20,000 for coaching a year. We have a cap, of course, right? $16,000 cap. So at Remax, even though it was a 95-5 split,
there is no cap.
There's no cap, right? So I think it was like $70,000 that we saved him. So I know that's how we got together, because once Rafat joined, he reached out to you, and you guys partnered up, and the rest is history. But I just want to, congratulate you for all the work and all the effort that you put into the business, Rina. I know you're out there selling a bunch of houses, and you and Rafat are doing a lot of business with new construction, and the market's been crazy, right? I mean, it's changing. Yes. It's changed dramatically in the last 6 months for sure. You guys are getting 10, 20 offers or more on a property, $100,000 over asking price, and now that's all changed. But
yes,
share with us how did the EXP model and the collaboration and the coaching and training, the benefits that you're talking about, how does that help you navigate that? And where do you see your guys' business going in the future with the changing market?
Well, as mentioned before, the coaching with the NAEA has really benefited us, because now when we're in a presentation with seller presentation, not that we weren't confident, we just know that the system through the NAEA, through Jay Kinder and Michael Reese, I mean, they sold 500 homes based on this system. It's been shown on almost every news network. We know that if you're following a system and you implement the system, it's going to work, right? So definitely, as we were using the presentation, the seller presentation, the certified expert advisor seller presentation, we found that the seller was more engaged with us. Like, you can engage eye to eye with the seller, as opposed to just showing, something on the computer, or you have a little video, or, what's that called? What's it called?
PowerPoint presentation.
PowerPoint, hello. As opposed to showing a PowerPoint with the presentation of the NEA, you're locked in, like, they're paying attention to you. You're showing them different statistics. You're showing them, talking about the different laws in the selling market and what different things that you need to look at. So by the time you're done, we're complete with the presentation, they're just like blown away, like, wow, you guys really know a lot, right? And that builds a lot of confidence. So, I mean, we don't talk about discounting commission, and we're not, we don't discount. We're not bargain realtors. I don't like to use that term. But, you want to present yourself as the certified expert advisor in your area. And that's what the NAEA has done for us. With regards to the marketing and the sales, I mean, I'm getting leads. We have like 12,000 leads in our database. Wow. Okay. And I love how the system is integrated with your phone. You're going to get the text alert. There's a text concierge. You're communicating with the client, and you're able to engage right away. So these are just some of the things that have really changed the way we were running our business in the past few years. Now it's much more streamlined, and it's easier to close. I love the universal callback script, the training that we have. It's not difficult at all, really. As we know, Andre, there's a saying, and I think you're familiar with this saying, problems are solved when, what is it? When money, it's not money. Yeah. What is that saying?
Money exchanges hands when problems are solved.
That's right. Thank you for saying that. But it's not really money that you need. It's not always money. It's people, right? People.
You don't need more money. You need more people.
You need more people, right?
That's right. Another one of our coaches, Coach Michael Burt. It's one of the things that he has shared with us, and that's also what's amazing about our group, isn't it? Is we have access to NAEA, but Jay Kinder and those guys also have a coach, Michael Burt. I've actually hired Michael Burt personally to help us grow our business, and we share that information and everything that we possibly can with our agents and our networks, right?
Yes. And I also want to share, like, what I love about EXP, the guys at the top. I mean, they are so approachable. It's like I can go up to Jay Kinder, Michael Reese, Al Stasik, and they're accessible. It's not like, in other situations where I was with another coaching company, you really couldn't. Most of the coaches are not approachable. They're too busy, or they don't want to pay attention to. But I love the love that's in this company, right? It's based on respect and honor, and nobody's better than anybody else. And they like to share their growth and their experience with those that are open to listening, and that's really important. Like, that's really important. I love that.
I agree. I was blown away when I had a question. I was on in the EXP world in a meeting with the entire company. I think it was on one of the Friday, company meetings, and the CEO, Jason Gessing, had some questions and some comments about some of the markets in Canada. And I actually spoke up and said something, because you guys were having a few challenges there, and he immediately said he wanted to learn more about that, and he messaged me, or he asked me to message him in Workplace. and I messaged him through Workplace, and he immediately got back to me. And the challenge that we had, he had it fixed within several weeks. And here's the CEO of the company that we're able to communicate back and forth with to get things done.
Hands on.
Yeah, so I know exactly what you mean when the people at the top on the leadership side of things as well, they're all real people just like the rest of us, but they really care. I mean, I understand, and I think a lot of people looking on the outside looking in, it just looks like a regular company. It's like, yeah, I'm sure a lot of us, we were at other companies in the past, and we may have been happy even where we were at, and thought we got a sufficient amount of help. But I know a lot of people that I talk to after they get plugged in, it's like they really had no clue. And it's because we're all owners, right? I mean, you, myself, we're all financially aligned to win when you win. When I help you and Rafat, go from 20 to 50 or from 50 to 100 or 100 to 300 and grow a team or whatever it might be, whatever your goals are, we all win, right? Because we're in the same network. But even if a lot of the agents that are not in our network, but they're within EXP, I have people call me all the time asking for help with our Trello board and the different things that we're doing.
Yes, me too.
And we just help them because as we help them grow, we all grow, and the company stocks continue to grow, and it just keeps getting better and better. Yes,
I completely agree with that, Andre. And that's really important. That's really important. That's what makes us stand out. I mean, we are one of the largest brokerage, iCloud brokerage in the world. We have equity share. With rev share, that the other opportunity that EXP offers is the only source of income source that doesn't require you to invest millions, right? I mean, if we were to look at different investment tools or different investment strategies, if I said to you, Andre, I need 900,000 from you, okay, net, and let's safely say you're going to get a 4% return. Okay, that's low, but that's really conservative.
Right.
For $36,000 a year, you need to save $900,000. I mean, not many people are walking around with $900,000 in their pocket.
Right.
And that's why the rev share opportunity. I mean, you have to have a certain mindset. It's as Coach Burt was saying, if you've got the predator drive, what's your reason for getting involved in rev share? Like, what's your call on it, right? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
And there's different reasons for everyone. I mean, rev share I don't believe is for everyone. But again, even if the realtors don't want to,
I think it's just about helping people. It's like you said, it's not for everyone. If you're not an agent that wants to grow your business, if you're comfortable where you are and you're not looking to net more income, you're not looking to go to the next level, I believe that no matter what level that you're at, there's always another level. I also believe if you surround yourself with other like-minded people doing 10, 20 times more than me and you put together, we all pull each other up. And that's how we continue to grow, right? But for agents and team leaders, broker owners who want to push the status quo and grow to the next level, man, we're all about that, because we're just here to help more people. Like Zig Ziglar says, if you help more people get what they want, you'll get more, exactly what you want.
That's right.
And that
is a universal principle. I believe that. Definite truth. That's a definite truth for sure.
Well, I know you're one of the team members that are in my schedule more than anyone. So hats off to you, Rina, for going out there, selling a ton of houses, but at the same time, telling your friends and sharing the EXP opportunity, because everyone's heard about it, but not everyone has actually sat down and did the math and took a look at it, or they weren't presented it properly. Right. So they think they know what it's about. But once people sit down and take a look and do the math and do their due diligence, see who their business partners are and meet with them and really dig in. Hey, I've been doing this 31 years. I have to
say, among what you're saying, I want to thank you, Andre, that you're always available. I mean, the support that we get from you is incredible. I mean, you really help me out as well, too. I have to say that. I'm not just doing this on my own, right? I'm not going to take all the glory for it, but you're an integral part of our RevShare group, and I greatly appreciate your support and the support for everyone else. So you're a big factor in this as well.
I appreciate that. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And I mean, you've heard that before, but because of this network and the business model, we're all, like I said, financially aligned. So when you win, we all win. And it's been a pretty fantastic ride. You were talking a second ago about, having, a 4% return on $900,000 in the bank or whatever.
Right.
I've been doing this 31 years, and I did well investing. I don't know a lot about stocks, but I've given my stockbroker a lot of money over the years for my retirement, et cetera. And what took me over 30 years to build up with passive income, I've been able to do that with this business model in 2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, where are you going to find that? What
Yeah.
other real estate brokerage is going to offer you this? There's nothing out there.
Yeah, so it's been a game changer for me as well.
I'm
Let me
sure.
ask you. I know you guys, have a team started there. You have your own office. I know some people think that, geez, this EXP is it's a cloud-based company. There's no offices to go to, and your other companies will tell their agents, hey, you won't be able to go into an office and physically talk to somebody and get help with your contracts. Let's talk about that, Rina. Don't you have your own specific office, you and Rafat, where you go
Yes.
to every day and your team members meet and collaborate?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we chose to have our own office. I mean, you don't have to, but we did. And anyone that we partner with, they're open to, obviously using our office. If they're out of region and are too far to use our office, again, we have the alliance with Regis, the Regis offices that are in the area. And to be honest, I mean, if you walk into a traditional brokerage and you see there's 300 agents, all 300 agents are not working from the office. Most of them are working from home anyways, right? So that's the advantage that we have with the Regis. And it's open to whoever wants to be able, obviously, if they're going to be using the office for longer periods of time, we're going to talk about, how we're going to work that out. But yes, we are at 1100 Central Parkway in Mississauga. Okay. And we operate out of there. Sometimes I operate from there, or sometimes I have my home office. I work from my home office. Either way, it's good. It's all about getting the message across to the people in the industry. And then with production-wise, offering them the best service and professionals and expert advice that they've ever received. So our clients are very happy with us, and we do get a lot of referrals, so that we could continue to sell homes and balance what EXP has to offer us with their platform.
And it sounds like you said I forget the number you said, that you had a lot of leads. And I know you're looking to grow. So if there is any agents out there in Mississauga, anywhere in the GTA that might want to talk to you, Rina, that the number on the screen is the best number for them to reach out to you, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And are you looking for new agents or experienced agents? Yes. Both.
I mean, if you're a new agent, we'll help and we'll train you. But then again, what we look for is people who are teachable, right? Many people go out and they get their real estate license. I mean, I don't know how much we have. I think 70 or 80,000 agents in the GTA, and 97% of them only do one deal a year, right? And there's a reason for that, Andre, because there is no training and support for the realtor. They're kind of going on their own. This is the typical thing. Write the first 100 people that on your list. Go after that. Well, your friends, families, and relatives, may not have a home to sell. So let's just say once you're doing that, where do you go from there, right? And they're kind of and usually within the first year, most realtors do drop out. So I think that's a problem worldwide across the board, right? So yeah, we're looking for people who are hungry, realtors who are hungry and are open to learning and are teachable. Because I mean, I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm not going to work with somebody who is not going to be open to me helping them with lead conversion, or they think that they know everything and they're prideful. I got enough years experience that I don't need your help. Okay, that's fine. But if you're a new realtor, you got to buckle down and listen to those that are ahead of you, that have been ahead of you. So that's what we look for. People who are hungry and have the same kind of mindset as we do.
All right, fantastic. Well, I really enjoyed our conversation today, Rina. Just a couple other little last minute things. If you could do it all over again, as far as joining EXP, would you do anything differently?
Yeah, I think like everybody else says, I think my business partner and I would wish that we would have known about EXP sooner, because by the time we joined, I think it was only 4 years in Toronto, in Canada. So I mean, if we would have known that 4 years ago, but then again, there's always a timing for everything. Wish I would have joined sooner.
Right.
But you know what? I'm very happy and blessed that we are part of this organization. There's nothing like it in the world. And, we ended up joining, and we're happy with, our relationships and our extended relationships within EXP. So we're glad that we're part of this process. We're very grateful.
What was your biggest surprise about EXP, or about the model, or about the collaboration? What were you really surprised with that you weren't expecting with a cloud-based company?
Oh man, the equity.
Okay.
The equity, of course, is huge. We get paid. There's 5 to 6 different ways to earn income over and above your transactions. The way the typical brokerage model is set up right now, realtors are only making money, well, typically on their transactions. You're not building any wealth. You're not building an asset. And here also, because it's also a saleable asset, once I get to a certain level, I could will this to my children. All I have to do is get their real estate license. They don't even have to sell a home, just pay their fees. And, they can take advantage of the rev share and the residual. That's, the stock awards, the equity, the Icon Agent Award. Instead of taking that 5% and paying my brokerage, now, I have an opportunity to take 5% of my commission and buy stock at a 10% discount, right? So that's huge incentive. And then the rev share, that's the icing on the cake. I do know, based on our conversations and with other colleagues of EXP, that only 12% of EXP agents are actually taking part of the rev share. As we were speaking before, it all depends, right? I believe you have to have a certain mindset and drive to be able to, you got to really want to, want to participate in rev share if you really want it. You have to work.
It's all about sharing it with other people. Like you said, 88% of the agents are just out there taking advantage of all the other benefits of EXP, the low caps, the getting the entire cap back in stocks and so forth, having access to healthcare, and
100% commission after you cap. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And then a small percentage, hey, I like the opportunity to be able to share it with their friends and with other real estate agents, and continue, growing a passive income. But the number one thing is we're a company that sells a ton of houses. We are growing in leaps and bounds. I think we had about 15 or 16,000 agents when I got plugged in 3.5 years ago. And I think we are over 84,000 agents now. And
that's crazy.
In 22 countries, and nowhere in sight. And what I'm really excited about, with the market changing right now, and there's agents out there that are probably a little uncertain, where, hey, the market's dropping and prices may drop, and they may be getting lesser sales. Anyone feeling that right now, you definitely want to reach out to Rina or myself, because with the collaboration, the training, and all the systems that we all have access to on pennies in a dollar, and because we're all connected and work together, man, I tell people, hey, I can't help you till you commit, but once you commit, we'll never let you fail. And that's the mindset that we all have. And I'm really excited, Rina, to see what you and Rafat and your business partners are going to do in the months and years to come. You've been doing a great job, and looking forward to continuing our business relationship and our friendship as well.
Absolutely. I look forward to it too, Andre. And again, I want to thank you for your support. I really enjoyed when you came here to Toronto with the group. We had a great time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll be doing some more of those events. But just to say also, I live by these different principles. Principles that have worked for me. You have to be committed. You have to be committed, and to be able to succeed, you got to work hard. but you got to work smart as well. We know that, right? If you're not committed and you're not open-minded, things are not going to just fall on your lap, right? I have many people say, well, how do you do it? How do you call people? Aren't you afraid to, if you're afraid to pick up the phone, then, you're not supposed to be involved in real estate, go do something else.
It's all about sales. Yeah. Pick up the phone,
Oh,
calling.
it's like, but then again, with the rev share, speaking about the rev share component, if you're already talking to customers, buyers and sellers, and you're speaking to them on the phone as a realtor, with the rev share, it's kind of like selling a home as well. I'm not selling anything. This is the beauty about EXP. We're not selling anything. We're just capitalizing on what we're already doing, right? So for me, it's very, very easy. And when I'm dealing with realtors, I guess one of the things too is finding out what their pain points are, number one. Also, I challenge them on, oh yeah, I've already heard about EXP. Yeah. But then when I say, has anyone ever showed you the model? Explained over the phone, that's not enough. Sorry, right? But I challenge their no. Why? What is it that's preventing you from making a decision, or even just to take a look at the platform? And I find if I take my time and just sit with them, find out what it is that's preventing them and helping them with their due diligence, then there's a door for open conversation. And
Right.
if you don't have that type of a mindset, and you think you're just going to be with the rev share, you're just going to be sponsoring agents, that's not the way to look at it. You're here to help others grow their business and help them take a look at what it is that they see themselves doing in the next 5 years. So that's a good thing.
You don't know what you don't know, and you just got to be open-minded to take a look.
Well, I didn't know. Right. So
right. Yeah, it's like if you were going to buy if you're going to go look to buy a Mercedes, would you, and you went into the Ford dealership, would the Ford dealership say anything great about the Mercedes? Right, you got to go to the Mercedes dealership and talk to the person that's over there that owns one, that drives them, and can intelligently talk and share the opportunity of what you get for your money, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of something similar. You need to talk to people that are within the company, especially if they've been in for several years like ourselves, so they know the ins and outs and can be able to share their real life experiences. And then I tell people, you got to do the math and really look at the math and compare apples to apples. And it's really, there is no comparison, to be honest with you, when you take a look at everything. But once people do that, and then if they go over the top and go to a live event, that's the icing on the cake. Because when I went to my first live event, it already made sense to me. It would just make good business sense to have an entrepreneurial background when I did the math, and looked at all the benefits. So I knew it was the right decision. But when I went to my first event in Orlando, and met Glenn Sanford and see how humble he was and how smart that man is, and the other people on the leadership teams, and how they're available the entire 3-4 days of the conference. I've gone to other events and the speakers are up there, and then after they're done speaking, they're gone. You don't see them
gone.
Again.
They're in their limo and they're off to the airport.
These guys all stay around.
Yeah.
In the hotels, you're seeing them out for dinner. In the pool, and they continue to
they're just normal like everybody else,
because we're all owners and we're all partners together.
Right. Yes.
And when I experienced that, and saw how people that had nothing to gain by spending 20 minutes or an hour and a half with me to answer questions and to share their playbook of what's working with them, I never experienced anything like that before. And when you go to a live event, that goes from your head to your heart to say, wow, for in the US for $85 a month, in Canada for what's $139 a month, you get $1,000 of the technology. But the icing on the cake is being able to be in business with these type people, with the kind of mindset and openness that they have to share, that helps the company grow. That's what was a game changer for me.
I agree with that. That's exactly how I saw it.
Well, before we sign off, Rina, I always like to ask everyone, if you're a movie watcher, what's your all-time favorite movie? Or if you're a book reader, what's your all-time favorite book that you like to read?
Well, movie wise, I know this might be cheesy, but my nickname is Rocky.
Okay.
Rocky, I mean,
You like
there's
that movie, yeah.
really not much more to explain.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
classic.
talk about dedication, working through the pain when it hurts,
Ethic, yeah.
challenging mindset. I mean, this is what we all go through in real estate, right? Discipline. We have to deal with our mind. We have to keep fighting through, depending on what the market is. We have to stay positive. It's like an athlete. I think if you're a realtor and you have an athlete mindset, you're going to be successful because you have to push through the pain, right? You have to push through the pain. And I got that nickname Rocky, well, couple ways. My sister and I, when we were younger, we were very athletic and still athletic, but we were part of a track team. And my mom went down to a place called Spadina, and she bought us these Rocky tracksuits. We were the only ones that had these red tracksuits with the white stripe down the middle. It said Rocky. So we would, as we got to the events, we ran in these tracksuits and dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
We're
great.
doing that, and then when I hired a trainer, she nicknamed me Rocky. So
That's
why
you
I
go.
love Rocky.
All right. That's awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate your time today, Rina. Continue doing what you do best, selling houses and helping the company grow, helping your team grow. It's been a pleasure being in business with you and Rafat and your entire team. And looking forward to seeing you at the next live event. It will be an EXP Con,
we are super
Las
excited.
Vegas in October. And we'll see you there.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
And I've got some partners that are going to be showing up. I mean, this is really going to just blow them away when they come to Vegas in October. But thank you very much, Andre. It was a pleasure and an honor, of course, to work with you and to have this interview. And hopefully we'll have more to come in the future.
Sounds good.
All
Thanks,
right.
Rina. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you.